You know what this world needs? More live-action adaptations of cartoons, said literally no one ever. Hey, it's your buddy Moojuicemajik here. We just covered the Snow White trailer. And then I hear about this. This new thing they're doing, a How to Train Your Dragons. Your Dragon live action. Now, I never really watched the How to Train Your Dragon cartoon, which was all CGI because it was, I think, DreamWorks or Pixar. No, it was DreamWorks, right? Yeah. And, yeah. Let's have a look at this first look of How to Train Your Dragon.
I decided to revisit How to Train Your Dragon because it felt like an amazing opportunity.
Is that Taika Waititi?
Not only direct a live-action movie, but to be jumping back into a world that I frankly miss.
Here we go. Finish the script.
So is he the guy that made
Miss
the original?
these characters. I missed this world, and
Oh, that's
I love
cool.
Movies that have a really poignant message buried deep within a moving spectacle, adventure, wonder.
So I'm not a fan of these remaking cartoons into live action, but the fact that I think he was one of the original guys or the original writer for the movie or the cartoon the adaptation of, I think, is based on a book. But that's a good sign. And so far it looks pretty neat.
And that's what this movie really packs.
It's okay.
No shit. That looks exactly like the fucking cartoon. Pretty damn close. Hold on. Yes. Ignore my spelling, okay? It's gonna figure it out. It'll be just fine. Cartoon. Ignore my spelling, I swear to God. Okay, that's not it. Like right here. This is it. This is it. It looks pretty fucking. I mean, that's. Bro. Could have just gone scene for scene.
It's about a regular kid who gets to.
I mean, it looks a little real. They do a better job of the graphics. Look at that. Like, that's better than anything Disney's been doing. Look at the graphic, the scale detail there. That's actually kind of cool.
And there is something that's universally wish fulfilling about
This guy looks like, he looks kind of like the dude from the cartoon. Like I said, I didn't watch the cartoon, but like I have kids, you know, and they've seen it, so it's played in my house. I've walked by and seen parts of it. That guy looks enough like the original character. That's a pretty good
But
cast.
At its core, this is really a story
Is that
about
Russell?
finding
Not
your
Russell.
voice
Yeah, Russell
and being
Crowe.
brave enough to follow your
No, Gerard Butler.
convictions in a world that wants you to become like everyone else.
Dad, I can't kill dragons.
Marching to the beat of your own drum has been such an important lesson for me in my life that I love to.
Oh, hold on. The cultural appropriation is never going to stop, ladies and gentlemen. It will never, ever, ever stop. I mean, this makes perfect sense, right? I had this pulled up because someone kind of told me to look up the chick character. So she looks like the spitting image of what is the prevalent Vikinger female, the very Scandinavian-looking girl they cast for this one. I'm sure there was no DEI involvement at all here. This looks nothing like what my people look like. I know I'm Irish, but I'm Irish and Scandinavian. That is my background. A little bit of black, a little bit of German on my mom's side, but predominantly Irish and Scandinavian. We don't look like that. We look more like this. This is pretty close. That's not what we look like. Not even a little. If this was the other way around, and this was a black character being turned white, imagine the uproar. That would be phenomenal. I don't really care that much. It's a fucking kids show. And it looks so far, it actually looks like it has a lot of promise. I'm not going to
I
lie.
suppose it's just one question, really. Is would you like to play Hiccup in the movie?
There's no way.
This dude probably grew up watching this cartoon.
Thank you. Oh my! I can't. This is the best moment of my life.
Would you like to play Astrid?
It's not that you can act, but you look absolutely nothing like the character, and we need to fulfill a quota. That's insulting to this poor girl. She's probably an amazing little actress there. What sucks is these parents are allowing these kids to act in films now, and we know what Hollywood does to children. So that sucks.
In How to Train Your Dragon.
Dude, if she bombs on this movie, people are gonna rip it to. If she's not perfect in this movie, if her acting isn't completely on script and like an imagination of this character, if this isn't just a live action representation of the attitude of this character, and if she doesn't just absolutely nail it, this poor girl's gonna get ripped to shreds over this. Again, I would say back off it a little bit, guys. Let their side be the ones that complain about everything with this kind of stuff. I do get it. I do get the frustration. We just talked about the Snow Off-White, as I'm going to start calling it, with Rachel Ziegler, whatever the hell her name was. You know, I mean, she's passable when you dim the color on your television a little bit and you know, turn it kind of grayscale up, I guess. She doesn't look anything German. This girl doesn't look at all Scandinavian. This is supposed to be a Viking fucking story, right? Like, nobody in Viking land looked anything like this, even kind of whatsoever at all. So that's kind of strange.
Of course.
When it comes to Nico and Mason, these two just sort of...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Totally. Yeah, no, they look just like the two. Yeah, okay.
Character of Hiccup and Astrid.
This dude looks like the guy. He looks like the dude. You're going to tell me they couldn't find one tow-headed chick, light-skinned, blue-eyed, blonde-haired girl to play the Astrid character? You're going to tell me they couldn't find that? This is what you guys are going to hear for the rest of this entire film, just so you know. This is what everybody's going to be commenting on, is this one thing. I want to say, though, this looks like a really promising movie, and I don't want you guys to sell that little girl short. I'm sure she's going to come in and rock this part. And it doesn't have to be that way that we get uptight about it. I understand why people get uptight about it. I think it's hilarious. I'm not mad. I think it's funny, to clarify my point of view here. It's like I said when I talked about the Snow White thing. I couldn't give a shit less, man. Especially about like the Little Mermaid. Oh, you're a redhead. What do you feel about the Little Mermaid? Well, I'm not a fucking mermaid, so I don't give a shit. It's a fucking mermaid. They could be colored aquamarine. I don't know what the fuck skin color mermaids are. They're mermaids. They live in the fucking ocean, bro. I'm guessing their complexion doesn't match mine. I don't live in the water. I mean, where I live is raining all the time. It might feel like I live in the water, but I can already see where this is going, and it sucks because this actually looks like a good remake of a cartoon into a live action movie.
Nobody else could. Gerard Butler is stoic. He is the co-creator of the role. To watch him step right out of the animated movie, and here he is in front of you, stoic the vast. It's
Gerard Butler's good at everything he acts in. Let's be real.
Those who had seen and loved the How to Train Your Dragon films will be keen to see what we've done, because it comes from a place of love, and it comes from a place of respect. This whole thing is just one big giant adventure.
And that's the other thing. Man, remember how I pointed out Taika Waititi in there? That kid? He's not Scandinavian looking at all either, but you know what? People won't complain about that. They are going to complain about the little girl, though. I guarantee you, people are going to be up in arms about that shit.
And I wake up every day feeling so thankful that I get to do it.
Welcome to Barrack.
Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, bro. That looks like a solid remake. No complaints. I actually don't have any complaints about it. I hope that it turns out good for that girl's sake, because otherwise, I'm really worried, because she doesn't deserve the vitriol that's going to come from her playing that part. She was cast that part. I'm sure this is the moment of her life up until this point, and I would hope that nobody shits on her for it because of her skin color, because she's being used as a pawn for DEI and cultural appropriation, because that's what it is. It's the adults that do this. The girl, don't give the girl any shit for it, though, man. Don't take away from her. She's probably going to be great. I mean, everything so far in the movie looks like it's going to be phenomenal, comparatively. Compared to anything Disney did live action of their cartoons, this looks good. Like, if this was a standalone movie, I'd probably take my kids to see it. I mean, they'll probably go see it on their own. They're old enough now where they can decide if they want to watch it. But they watched the cartoon. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. This looks good. That's weird, right? I'm not gonna bag on it too much. everybody seems fine. I don't have a problem with that girl playing that part. It was brought to my attention that I should look up the main character and have that queued, the Astrid character, and have that queued for when I do this video, because this was a suggested thing for me. I don't think and now I know why it was suggested to me, but I don't think my reaction was what they anticipated, because I honestly don't care. I had to point it out for the sake of pointing it out. It's going to get pointed out. It's the nature of the beast when you guys try to tell us we can't dress in blackface, and then blackface white people. It's I don't know, man. Don't make it about race anymore, and we won't have an issue. Now we can start having white people play Martin Luther King. It'd be great, because I know some good actors that could pull it off. In fact, I think Russell Crowe could probably do a great job of it. Why did I say Russell Crowe again? I meant Gerard Butler. He could probably do it. He's Australian. They can do most anything. Of course, Russell Crowe's Australian too, isn't he? Huh. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of the actual movie itself in the comments below. If you're hung up on the Astrid thing, go ahead and say it. Just be polite to anybody that's not. Let's not get in a fight over it. It's not a big deal. I brought it up because I knew it was going to get brought up. We know it's going to be controversial. If you notice, like I said, I glazed right over the whole TAIKA Waititi thing. It's not a big deal. He's a good actor. The kid can act. I don't think he's a kid anymore. I think he's probably an adult by now. But he's a good actor. All the other Viking guys look, from what I remember, looked like that cast of characters from the cartoon. So, I mean, it looks good, and it looks like the original guys involved. So that's dope. The dragon looks just like the dragon from the cartoon, except it looks way more detailed and way more real looking. So that's a plus, because it doesn't just look like they crammed CGI directly into a movie like what Disney does. When you see a Disney movie, you see CGI outside of like the Marvel stuff, and even then it's questionable. You know, even Deadpool made fun of it with the Wolverine thing, the CGI Wolverine scene when they jumped out of the bus. You know, that was meant to be like that as a joke, by the way, in case you guys didn't catch the reference. So that's a plus, though. It looks like this is going to be a promising film, in case you guys are wondering. I'm not going to suggest seeing it because I haven't seen it. Obviously, it's not out yet. But it does look good. So just keep in mind, guys, you never know when you suggest to me content to talk about whether or not I'm going to be exactly on the side that you are or not. But I do understand the people getting upset about stuff. It is very one-sided. And yeah, it does look like a good movie. So I don't know what else to say. I think it's going to be good. From everything I just saw, it has the promise. It has promise, has potential. So kudos to DreamWorks, I believe it is. Is it DreamWorks? I know it's Universal. Is it DreamWorks? I know Pixar's Disney. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do for more fun content. See some more of my stupid reviews of crap and my reactions to things that don't matter, totally irrelevant to society, because who cares what the hell some ginger old guy thinks. I know I don't. All right. Moojuicemajik. I love you in the face, and I'll catch you next time. Maybe I'll go to bed early.